Let's get our stovetop heated up for Chef Frank Belosic from District American Kitchen and Wine Bar. Come on in, Frank. It is always so great to have you here because you always make such fabulous dinners for all the, moms and dads at home trying to emulate what you are doing here on Valley Dish. Now, tell us what you're making. It's actually a favorite of yours.
We're going to have some fun today. We're going to make, this is kind of, I go back and forth. My wife loves seafood and I love meat, so it's a little bit of both.
Great
so
combo.
I get my sausage and she gets her scallops. So
that is wonderful.
We have, we're going to sear some scallops with Italian sausage, peppers, and mushrooms.
Yeah, morel mushrooms,
morel mushrooms, yeah.
Yeah, this is going to be very educational for all of you at home because there's a couple of things that we want to hit on, including cheese, or actually butter that tastes a little bit like
butter
cheese.
That tastes, yeah. And there's no cheese in it, but it has
now, I want you to know, kind of on a sidebar, I thought of you recently because I just got back from Alaska and I was fishing with Chef Michael Carnes, dear friend of mine. We went fly fishing. Excellent. And the last time you were on, that is one of your all-time favorite hobbies.
It is.
So, and I remember asking you, what is the secret? Is there a good, tip that you can give to other people? And you said, not really.
Yeah,
it's all luck.
It's a little bit of luck, yeah.
Well, I had no luck that day.
You gotta have you gotta have a little skill when you fly fish, but it's a lot of luck. You gotta be in the right place at the right time.
Absolutely, and there's kind of a way to kind of like try to get. Well, we were fishing for king salmon, but you kind of, I don't know, you kind of draw the fishing line.
You gotta
like
have it. You gotta move it, or you gotta move it. People don't realize you gotta move that thing so the bait's actually jerking in the water, because if you don't, it looks like it's kind of dead. And the fish aren't going to go after it. They want something that's alive. So
and a little very colorful.
Move and color, and that's why you see the gold beads and stuff, so it catches their eye.
I need to take you fishing next time I go fishing, because it was quite an experience, and the water was so cold, and I was in my waders, and I could still feel the water, and it was, oh, goodness, but it was a ton of fun.
Yeah.
Good stuff.
I've never been in Alaska, so you need to take me up there.
Okay, you and me. Hook it up with Chef Michael. Well, Frank is going to be making his scallops, wild mushrooms, peppers, and Italian sausage right after the break. Welcome back, everyone, to 12 News Valley Dish. I'm your host, Tram Mai. Chef Frank is ready to make his scallops, wild mushrooms, peppers, and Italian sausage. You can find his recipe online at our website, valleydish.azcentral.com. Here are the ingredients you are going to need. A 1/4 cup of extra virgin olive oil, 1½ pounds of Italian sausage, 2 red bell peppers, 2 poblano peppers, 3/4 pound of wild mushrooms, 1 tablespoon of minced garlic, 2 pounds of scallops, 1 lemon, 1 tablespoon of basil, 1 tablespoon of parsley, 2 tablespoons of PERNOD, and 1 cup of red pepper sauce. Now, to make that red pepper sauce, you will need 3 sprigs of parsley, 3 sprigs of fresh thyme, 1 bay leaf, 5 red bell peppers, 1/2 cup of carrots, 1 cup of onion, 1/2 cup of celery, 2 cups of chicken stock, 3 dashes of Tabasco, a little salt, a little pepper, and plus a little bit of sugar to taste. This kind of seems like a little bit on the fancy side. Maybe it's the scallops talking to me?
Maybe it's the scallops.
Yeah, a little bit.
And the morels.
Oh, yeah.
You can use any kind of mushroom, though. I just want to make sure, because these were beautiful, and they look beautiful, so I bought them. I mean, and they're only in season for a short time, so I wanted to take advantage of it.
You eat and you buy with your eyes.
Exactly.
Yes. Okay, so I'm going to start
cutting up. So you're going to start on that. I'm going to start making a sachet. People are always, it's a word you see, and people are like, what is that? And they always get scared of it, and it's so easy. Yeah. There's no reason to be.
Okay, so is this cheesecloth?
This is cheesecloth.
Okay, where can you get cheesecloth?
I bought this right at the store when I...
like a regular grocery store?
Yeah, grocery store, yeah.
Okay. So, I've never bought it before.
You've never bought
it? I think I need to invest in some cheesecloth.
It's good for... so cut it like that. Scissors would be easier.
That's okay.
All right. And then the sachet.
And you don't need a really big piece, obviously.
No, you don't. No. You're going to roll it all up. So it says some sprigs of parsley, which there's some stems, and here's some parsley. I've already picked it all off. So.
Does this recipe really need
3 sprigs of thyme? What's that?
Does it really need the herbs to be all fresh? It should.
Yeah, I think it makes such a difference. It's like using the bottled lemon juice or using real lemon juice. There's such a difference. I mean,
you know what,
I notice it.
That is a great analogy, because I've used that bottled stuff,
it's just not good. It does not taste like lemons.
Right.
So, we're doing kind of the fancy
So you need a
stuff.
little bit of twine.
A little bit of twine. What you're gonna do is just.
So you just wrapped it up.
You just roll it up.
Bundle?
I just rolled it up.
Yeah.
It's so simple. You're gonna
tie it up.
This, and then you're gonna tie it up.
Nothing spectacular.
Yeah, no big deal. And then just kind of.
And where will you let that just kind of dip?
We're just going to put that in with the peppers and the onions and the carrots and the celery and the chicken stock, and it will pull the flavor out. That's what we want it to do.
Right.
And you don't have to go fishing through it. The thing is these things are dark green, so if you pureed it, it would make your sauce, it wouldn't be so red, and we want it to be nice and red.
Yeah, it has a very, very vibrant color.
So that'll go in with the other stuff, okay?
Okay.
And I'm going to start...
and this is just a coarse chop because, again,
it doesn't...
when we put everything in the little one-pan wonder over there, we're just going to stick it in the blender.
It's going in a blender, so it really doesn't matter what it looks like. I'm just slicing some garlic here.
Now, how did you come up with this favorite recipe of yours, or one of
your favorites? I've read so many cookbooks, and I don't know if it was... Sometimes I'll see something, and then I'll start making it, and then I put my own little touches on it.
And make it your own.
Yeah, I don't even know where... to be honest, I don't know where I came out. I mean, I've been doing this for at least 10 years. I've been doing this, but I love this.
No wonder your wife loves it so much.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. Now, the morels. Can you find that anywhere?
No, you're not going to find that anywhere. And like I said, they're only in season for a couple months, so you're only going to be able to get them maybe 2 months out of the year unless they're dried.
Are they a little pricey?
They are very pricey, yeah.
Oh, okay.
So, yeah, you can use any kind of mushroom, like I said, anything that you like, but these are the morels. They're gorgeous little mushrooms.
And you did not reconstitute that with water at all. I mean, that's just kind of how they are.
These are fresh mushrooms, yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. So I wanted you to show folks, what do they look like? Because you cut them.
I cut them.
But what do they look like when they...
Let me see if I could find...
as a whole.
Like, this would be a hole right there.
Okay. With the stem.
So, and then there's a little stem that comes off, but
and you
cut that off.
You don't do anything with the stem?
No, they're usually dirty and stuff like that. So, yeah, you can clean it and save it and put it in stock or something, but they're a little dirty, so.
All right.
What I'm going to do is start searing these scallops. I'm going to put the pan on the heat.
Okay. I'm pretty much done with the peppers.
What I do is I usually do, I do one side on scallops. A French guy taught me this when I was young.
Right.
And I've just stuck to it. And he told me that if you season one side, you really want to sear one side really hard to get the nice caramelization.
Right.
And salt pulls out liquid. So if you put the salt down, it'll pull out the liquid and it won't sear as hard as you want. So that's why I was told to do it, so I just kind of keep doing it.
Well, and I'm thinking too, because it's so delicate, if you were to do both sides, it may be a little too much, right?
It might be, yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so in this broth mixture, I've added the chicken stock. You already cut up some carrots, celery, onions. I'm going to add all of the bell peppers that I just cut, right?
All the bell peppers, yes. Because they're going to cook down a little bit,
It seems like a lot.
Yeah.
But I guess not,
It cooks down. It only makes 2 cups, really, of the broth once it cooks down.
Okay.
So you're going to cook this for 20 minutes.
Wow. And add the sachet.
And then add the sachet. Yeah, you can throw that in. Yep.
Okay. And you just let it kind of dance in there with all of the veggies and everything.
We're letting our olive oil get really nice and hot because that's a very big key to making scallops.
Right. Oh, yeah, it's got to be, because you want a really, really good sear. Now, do you need to cover this at all?
No.
You just let it be?
Just let it go, and we stir it every once in a while. We'll stir it.
Yeah.
And then what you could start on next is you could julienne these.
Sure, I would love to.
You know how to do that?
Yes. Roll it up.
Yeah, you could roll it up and then
just kind of get my knife and kind of run it through.
Yep. And then after that, we need a little bit of parsley cut as well.
Okay, sure.
Just chopped up.
Now, talk to me about...
I'm going to start the scallops over here. This looks like it's getting, see, it's starting to smoke a little bit. That's exactly
what you want. I always love that initial sizzle. Where do you like to buy your seafood?
If there was a fresh market, or, you know, I have good luck with AJ's with seafood, so I kind of stuck with it. Plus, there's one right by my house.
Oh, that's
and you don't want to travel far with seafood, especially in the hot weather. You want to get it from their refrigerator, so it's the last thing you buy there, to yours as quick as possible.
That's true.
Because it will start breaking down very quickly if you know.
Right, and we were talking about that before the show.
Yeah, if you start getting this,
that smell.
You'll start getting a smell.
And you know that smell.
Yeah.
It's not good. Yeah, okay. So I'm going to just run my knife through the parsley. Basil is done.
Yeah, then just run it through the parsley. We're going to sear these little babies off. I'm going to get this.
Is there kind of I don't know, a time estimate as far as searing the scallops? Couple minutes?
You're going to want at least 3 or 4 minutes on the first side because you want a really strong caramelization. You'll be able to start telling that they'll caramelize around the outside, and I'll show you when I flip it.
Good.
And then the other side's going to be very quick.
Okay.
So we got the sausages going right here. And
when you say the other side is going to be quick, it's just because the first initial side got a head start, so you don't need to cook it the same equal time.
Right, you don't, exactly.
Okay.
Yeah. And this is going to be your presentation side. You always do first.
The first sear.
The first sear is your presentation side. So you're going to flip these over and then you're going to put them on because that's where you're going to get your nice sear.
Okay.
So the other side's going to be at the bottom of the plate and nobody's looking from the bottom of the plate.
Yeah. No, that's good. I didn't know that. Okay. This is all done.
So that's done. We got the sausage going, and what I'm going to do is pull the sausage out.
Okay. Is there a particular place you like to get your meats as well?
You know what? I go to AJ's for the meats as well. I mean, like I said, it's close to my house. I don't have to travel far for it. And
convenient.
I know they do a good job with the meats.
Yeah.
And their sausage is great, so.
Okay, good stuff.
I'm going to turn this up a little bit.
Yep.
Then we're going to add
the rest of the poblano and the red bell pepper.
And the red bell pepper, yep. Okay. Add a little bit more olive oil.
So I noticed you used the oil that was already flavored from the sausage.
From the sausage, yeah. And then we're going to put
take advantage of that for the peppers. What?
Yep.
Oh, that's so much flavor right there.
So you see these are starting to brown. See the brown around the outside?
That did not take long.
See, they won't stick either as long as you don't screw it. I didn't mess with them. I just let them do their thing.
You know, I did think that you were a little generous on the oil, but you want it to be like that?
You want it to be like that, yeah. Because you're not going to eat that oil. You just need to make sure that you have enough so so you sear it and it doesn't get burnt.
Okay. So we have about 2.5 minutes left.
Okay.
And
we'll flip these little babies.
Oh, look at that. That was so quick. That looks so delish.
Those are looking good. What I'm going to do is we're going to take a couple of these off here.
Okay.
I would leave them in for a couple more minutes to finish, but we're going to finish it all together here in a second.
You're being very bold by doing this in real time, Frank.
Yes, I know, huh?
I said it's like a competition show where I'm counting you down without the competition. Oh, so you're... Oh, my goodness.
There we go. Now it'll cook a little quicker.
Oh, okay. I thought you were doing kind of a triple...
No, I got a little bit. I would do it all in one pan, but for the sake of TV. So
absolutely. So you'll add in the mushrooms.
Add a little heat to it, so we'll add the mushrooms.
Okay.
We'll add the garlic.
When do you add the butter?
At the end. You want to add the butter because you make it kind of a sauce consistency.
Oh, I see. Okay. We have about 1.5 minutes left. I got to ask you about this special butter.
All right, this is the special butter.
Can I taste a little bit of it?
Yeah, go ahead. Taste a little bit. It is...
I'm just going to get this
the cows are from Parma, so they're eating... They're raised in the same area as Parmigiano Reggiano.
Ooh.
Okay? So they pick up the flavors of the Parma. Do you taste it?
A little. It's just a hint.
Yeah, it's not... There's no cheese added. So we're going to add the zest here.
Yeah.
We're going to add the lemon juice.
It's the butter is still very creamy, very silky, but yeah, just a hint of salt from that parm.
Add a little
very nice.
Salt and pepper.
Can you just get that butter? Does it have to be at a specialty store?
That's at AJ's as well, so I sound like a big commercial, but that's where I was going to say,
this is by no means a commercial.
Yeah. I sound like a big commercial, but I mean, that just happens to be where I got everything today. So.
Okay. I'm counting you down at 30 seconds of cooking.
30 seconds.
Yes.
All right.
Just when you thought you weren't going to be in a competition show, right?
We'll throw the butter in here.
Okay, very nice.
So I'm going to start plating here.
Yes, and we should mention that this sauce is already basically this version that's in the pan. After 20 minutes, put in the blender, and you just, I mean, really just liquefy it.
And you're just going to put a little bit around like that. We'll take a couple of the scallops here.
And of course, you don't want to blend the sachet, so make sure you take that out.
Couple of that. We're going to slice this up a little bit. Excuse me. You want to slice this into little... I thought you said we had tons of time today, huh?
Well, I did until, I don't know, the clock was just ticking away. Now it says we're having too much fun. That's why the time's flying.
You let this cook just a little bit more.
Okay.
But there's some...
I'll tell you what, my eyes are on the scallops.
So really, you would add all this together and then kind of...
That looks beautiful. And look at the color. Not to mention the presentation with that puree. That looks so beautiful. Do you mind if I dig into the scallops?
No, go ahead. I brought a knife and a fork for you this time.
Oh, where was the fork?
Right back
I didn't see. Okay, thank you. Thank you. Lovely. Yeah, I'm definitely going for scallops. Here's a napkin
for you.
Thank you. Gotta swirl it around.
You gotta get a little bit of the juice.
Yeah, I'm going to try this morel. That is explosive.
They're delicious.
That is so, so good. It's very, very delicate. Kind of the morel. That's really, really nice. It's kind of a hearty mushroom. And the sauce is just perfect. So, it's not over salted at all whatsoever. Scallops have a beautiful texture.
You don't want to cook this much longer. This is really pretty much there because you want it to be crispy and.
Frank, I can see why this is your favorite.
I love it.
Thank you so much. That was excellent. Ooh, that's so